All automobile brands are fully ready and equipped to give the world a complete turnaround from gasoline to the new trend of electric vehicles. Some have designed electric cars, which have been in the market for quite some time, while others are new to this trend. In the growing demand, there are 15 awesome electric vehicles that will take over the EV industry in 2022. Watch to the end as our number one pick is entirely mind-blowing. Number 15. Peugeot E208. Peugeot introduces the E208, an electric vehicle with 136 horsepower and 191 pound-feet of torque, capable of reaching 100 kilometers per hour in 8.1 seconds. The Peugeot E208 features specialized suspension calibration and optimum weight distribution to produce a dynamic performance similar to gasoline or diesel models. The floor-mounted 50 kilowatt battery pack ensures a low center of gravity. It features these driving modes: normal, eco, and sport, and can go up to 340 kilometers on a single charge using the WLTP cycle. Charging it using a wall box takes between 5 and 8 hours. At a 100 kilowatt electric station, it can charge 80% in 30 minutes. Number 14. Vauxhall Corsa E. Starting at $26,000, this new vehicle will be a dramatic departure from the formula of the hot hatchback. The turbocharged 4-cylinder engine of the previous torque steering car will be replaced with the 134 bhp electric motor and the 50 kilowatt-hour battery pack seen in the regular Corsa E. The Corsa E's 0 to 62 mph speed of 7.6 seconds isn't far behind the 6.8-second effort of the previous Corsa VXR. We anticipate the EV to be faster from 0 to 30 miles per hour since its electric motor can deploy from a standstill. It produces all of its 260 Nm of torque. Number 13. Nissan Leaf. The basic Leaf models include a 147 horsepower electric motor that drives the front wheels and is powered by a 40 kilowatt-hour battery pack. The Leaf Plus versions have a more powerful 214 horsepower electric engine and a bigger 62 kilowatt-hour battery. The former achieved a 0 to 60 mph time of 7.4 seconds on our test track. Still, it feels more lively than this figure indicates due to the electric motor's rapid power delivery. Number 12. Land Rover Road Rover. Land Rover recognizes that we can't get enough of the Defender, so it's preparing to launch a more minor Tiny Defender 80. Under the Jaguar Land Rover brand, the firm now collaborates with another famous British manufacturer, Jaguar. While the Defender versions are probably the most well-known Land Rovers, the 3-row Discovery has a comparable cachet as well as significant passenger capacity. A minor variant, the Land Rover Discovery Sport, is the most inexpensive. Number 11. Porsche Macan EV. This EV will use the Taycan's 800-volt design, which allows for rapid charging at a maximum of 270 kilowatts. Like the Taycan, Porsche intends to offer 2 battery capacities. The Macan is presently offered in 4 trim levels: Basic, S, Turbo, and GTS, with turbo 4-cylinder or turbo V6 engines. However, Porsche claims that most North American buyers have so far selected the bigger battery pack. It goes to suggest that the United States may only have one battery size. Number 10. BMW i4. The forthcoming i4 is a low-slung 4-door 3 Series. The eDrive 40 model has a single rear-mounted electric motor that produces 335 horsepower. At the same time, the M50 adds a front-mounted engine that produces 536 total horsepower. Both have an 81.5 kilowatt battery pack. However, the rear-drive i4 has a driving range of 300 miles, while the all-wheel drive i4 has approximately 240 miles. This configuration is claimed to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.7 seconds. The M50 features electric motors on both axles that enable all-wheel drive and generate 536 horsepower and 586 pound-feet of torque. The increased power will result in shorter acceleration times, with 0 to 60 miles per hour reportedly arriving in 3.9 seconds. The rear-drive i4 comes standard with 18-inch wheels. 19-inch rims are available as an option. Number 9. Audi A6 e-tron. The standard e-tron has an EPA estimated driving range of 222 miles, while the Sportback has 218 miles. Under the highly creased bodywork of the e-tron are 2 electric motors, one at the front axle and the other at the back. They operate together to give electrical all-wheel drive, although the rear motor performs most of the work. In normal driving conditions, they produce 355 horsepower and 414 pound-feet of torque. On the other hand, putting the gearbox in sport mode temporarily unleashes 402 horsepower and 490 pound-feet. Number 8. Polestar 3. Polestar has plans to add a new model named the Polestar 3 to its portfolio next year. The firm calls it an aerodynamic performance electric SUV. This makes us believe it will be fashioned similarly to SUV coupes like the BMW X4 or Mercedes GLC Coupe. It will be built on a new Volvo EV platform, and a teaser image which hints at its shape. Notably, the Polestar 3 will be the EV sub-brand's first vehicle manufactured in the United States. Production will begin in 2022 at Volvo's new South Carolina factory, which presently produces the S60 sedan and soon makes the next generation XC90 SUV. Number 7. Rivian R1S. The battery pack, powertrains, and many of the specifications of the 2022 R1S are shared with its truck brother, the R1T. The R1S has a stated 0 to 60 miles per hour speed of 3.0 seconds and up to 800 horsepower on tap, so we can't wait to take one for a spin. The R1S is equipped with an electric motor at each wheel, providing all-wheel drive and exceptional off-road capabilities. All models will have adjustable air suspension and ground clearance ranging from 8 to 14.5 inches at launch. Number 6. Lucid Air. This low-gravity, the air-suspended vehicle is one of a kind. The base air is powered by a single electric motor that generates 480 horsepower and powers the rear wheels. The remainder of the range is powered by twin electric motors that offer all-wheel drive and a variety of horsepower ratings. The Touring model produces 650 horses, the Grand Touring produces 800, the Dream Edition range produces 933 horses, and the top-of-the-line Dream Edition Performance model produces 1,111 ponies. The fastest air, according to Lucid, can finish the quarter mile in 9.9 seconds at 144 miles per hour, which is considered to be extremely fast even for high-performance vehicles. The fastest variant of the electric car will also reach 168 miles per hour. Number 5. GMC Hummer EV. For the time being, the Hummer EV's sole engine option is a system with 3 electric motors producing 1,000 horsepower. All-wheel drive is standard, and GMC claims a 0 to 60 miles per hour speed of 3.0 seconds, which it attributes to the truck's watts to Freedom Launch Control operating mode. GMC also claims a questionable 11,500 pound-feet torque figure from this engine, likely derived from the torque multiplying impact of the truck's gear ratios. Number 4. Mercedes-Benz EQE. It's giving it longer legs than most competitors, at least in a more efficient rear-driven version. The EQE is outfitted with a 10-cell 90 kilowatt-hour usable lithium-ion battery that provides an estimated range of 339 to 410 miles on the WLTP cycle. It can be charged at up to 170 kilowatts. This means that the EQE can acquire 155 miles of range in 15 minutes and is topped up on the go by regenerative brakes, allowing one-pedal driving at their maximum level. Number 3. BMW iX. The iX has a huge 106.3 kilowatt battery pack that BMW claims will provide about 300 miles of driving range per charge. The iX will be available in 2 variants. The first is the xDrive 50, powered by a pair of electric motors that provides 516 horsepower when combined. All-wheel drive is standard. That's enough power, according to BMW, to propel the iX to 60 miles per hour in 4.6 seconds onto a maximum speed of 124 miles per hour. Following the xDrive 50 model, a high-performance version dubbed M60 will be available with over 600 horsepower. The i6 will be available with adjustable air suspension and rear-wheel steering as options. Number 2. Mercedes-Maybach EQS SUV. The concept EQS SUV maintains the same body structure as its Benz badged donor vehicle. Still, it upgrades it with several classical design elements akin to the approach used with the more contemporary Maybach versions of the S-Class and GLS. The concept EQS is built on Mercedes' innovative MB EA EV platform. The engine is still unknown, but Autocar has learned that the production version will utilize a setup similar to the recently announced AMG EQS 53 Saloon. This makes it a pair of electric motors producing approximately 650 bhp and 700 pound-feet of torque. Number 1. Tesla Roadster. The all-electric Tesla Roadster will be that vehicle with a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of 1.9 second, 8.8 second quarter-mile time, and a maximum speed of nearly 250 miles per hour. The American supercar with the iconic Tesla face atop an aerodynamically designed body will combine record speed with record economy. The Californian manufacturer aims for a range of 620 miles. The Roadster will also have 4 seats and a retractable glass top that stores in the trunk. It appears there is something for everyone, as the prices differ with the brands. What are your thoughts about these awesome electric cars? Let us know in the comments section.